Whoa. Look at this. Looks like it's real. Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that. Jesus Christ. This is truly next gen. It is next gen. Oh, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Version 3.6.1 of Mad God Overhaul. And look, this version looks even better than before. I'm gonna show you my settings right now. I can guarantee you that I have maxed out everything and also improved drastically the performance. I'm going to explain to you in this video how I did it. But first, look at my shiny Daedric armor. How cool is that? Only this, honestly speaking, sold it to me for version 3.6.1, okay? It's really good. And in this video also I am going to show you a little bit of combat because I want to highlight how the combat changed, and I'm going to show you the interiors, which in 3.6 look, let's say it, a little like shit, okay? But as you can see now, we have consistent shadowing, we have beautiful weather, beautiful lighting everywhere all around, and on top of that, beautiful performance. Look at this, 64, 63, 65 FPS in this area, which before was absolutely terrible. You know, we were in the 40s in this area if we maxed out everything, and here is absolutely awesome. Right, my settings in MO2, I don't know if you can see this, but basically I've got, you know, the community shaders on, you know, SSGI experimental, okay, CS light, okay, up to 10% FPS in cost, Dindolot output on quality, then I have the grass density on high, more trees in cities, skylighting up to 15%, and the VR FPS stabilizer preset TAA, okay, as a default. And this time I'm not using, surprisingly, Open Composite, but I am using the VR Performance Kit FSR upscaling because I'm using it in conjunction with the DLAA, okay, which I have activated with the CS menu. Okay, this was one setting, but also the secret formula is in Virtual Desktop, okay? So what I did was going to the streamer of Virtual Desktop and go to Advanced, and as you can see here, I have reduced the FOV tangent to 90%, both the horizontal one and the vertical, okay? I do notice a reduction in FOV, however, that is minimal and drastically improves performance. Okay, so let's go back to the game and yeah, let's continue our journey. In terms of impact to visual quality is zero. Look at this, look, oh my god, this is insane. And you know, having this graphics quality with this FPS, you know, it's just it was just unthinkable, really. If I wanted to here, I could get you know, 120 FPS, and this is by obviously activating Space Warp, you know, because, you know, probably with Space Warp is the intended way for MGO to be played. Okay, so for example, so if I go to Virtual Desktop right now, okay, you should be able to see this. So to change that, you see I go to streaming, and then you see here synchronous space warp. I do always enabled, okay? Once I do that, I can go back to the game, because I set up basically the space warp, the target frame rate to 90 FPS, and, you know, now I can get a very, very smooth 90 FPS with very, very few drops in few areas, and really feels amazing. Okay, you notice here render resolution 69%. Well, yeah, that's probably because I have reduced the FOV. Okay, but still I'm keeping the super sampling on godlike, which is really it helps with the clarity of the image. Okay, so let's show you a little bit of a combat, because I think it needs to be shown for this version of MGO. Okay, let's go and piss off some guards over here and see how they react. Oh, this guy got stuck, so probably think we should unstuck him. Let me see what happens to him.
Never should have come.
So I want to show you that when I swing, the blood basically goes into the direction of a swing. Oh, I need some shield. Look at my shields and my swords. Oh, look at the blood. You see? I did like this, and now I do like this, and look at the blood on the road. How cool is that? Okay, let me do. This is insane. This is insane. Did you see that? How cool it is? Come on, come on. Notice the combat animation and the blood, where the blood goes. You see? Awesome. Obviously we have dismemberment as well, which is also pretty cool. Already this road was completely different from version 3.6. Definitely you can see the vegetation here is totally changed. And let's have a look at the frame rate here. We have 86 on 90 FPS with the SSW, but it feels incredibly smooth and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at this! Wow! This is another thing. Oh my god, look at that, sunflowers. These plants, oh my goodness, that's insane. What did Moise do? In just one single update. Oh my god, look at that. And this is notoriously one of the most demanding areas in Whiterun. What the heck is this? Oh my god. Look at this. What is it? Insane. 90 FPS. 90 FPS constant. Okay. And look. It doesn't even look blurred. The grass on maxed out. Wow. What the heck happened? This is insane. I mean, that change in FOV made a massive difference. Massive difference. Holy cow. You need to try this. Absolutely. Look, now I'm turning this direction and I'm getting a little bit of a drop. Let's go and see inside Whiterun, and then let's go check out the interiors, and then let's go to Solitude again, because those were the parts that were a little bit controversial in this update. Right, okay, so in this part I used to get always a shitty frame rate, and at this point we've got the 81 FPS. Look at that.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords.
It's strange that, I have enabled more trees in cities, so I should be able to see more trees, but it looks absolutely great. Look at that. Frame rate is around 77, 78, so this is, still a bit lower than I expect. We got 66 FPS with the Space Warp, but overall, I think is much improved. A lot. We're getting 90 FPS here with Space Warp, obviously. But yeah, oh my god, looks gorgeous.
I breathe.
Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, they look good. They look good. Performance rock solid. Fantastic. Right, yes. So I think it definitely improved. Definitely improved. No doubt. What we have here, the interiors definitely look a little bit better from my last video. So it did improve. NPCs, as you see, are new one compared, to the version 3.5.5. Performance is looks like rock solid at the moment, 90 FPS. So, and it feels, when I move around, it feels really smooth, even if with the space warp activated. It's absolutely excellent. I'm not joking. Okay, I'm not joking. Let me see over there, because that was another area where it looked a little bit like crap. Yeah, it definitely improved. Look at that. Yes, it did improve. It did improve, guys. Right. So let's go and see the Blue Palace in Solitude, because that was, and also the Bard College, because those were the things that looked a little bit like crap. So the lighting did change quite a lot, as you can see here. I can take off the performance overlay. We understood. It does look better. It does look better. Maybe this depends on the time of the day. Let me put in the morning, and in the morning, same spot. Yeah, I think it does look much better than before. Definitely. I don't know what happened before, but yeah, I think obviously if I compare it to 3.5.5. where I think it was a little bit darker. Okay, my personal preference would be 3.5.5. However, this looks amazing anyway, so I think it's not like you shouldn't play it. It's not like it's not unplayable. It's just different. So it's a matter of getting used to, I think, because I got used to the previous one. So now, but yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. Let's go and see the Blue Palace. Right, so this was another spot that looked particularly good in 3.5.5. There is difference in the windows, I think, but overall, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It's just getting used to the new look, I think. Let's go and see here. The palace looks great, honestly. It's not bad. It's not bad. Obviously, the PBR texture probably are my personal preference, but this is definitely very good, and looks much better than before, than 3.6. Okay. Okay, so I thought to try Windhelm for a change, and wow, I'm lucky enough to, have arrived during the night, and this is just insane. Look at the clouds. Whoa, look at the mountains in the distance. It's awesome. And let me have a look at the snow. Oh yes, this is very, very different. Very, very different from what I remember. There's much a better texture here. I don't have a comparison. I'm sorry about that, but this looks way, way better than it was before. It looks really, more. Looks like it has a more depth. Oh, look at the Palace of the Kings! Wow! Holy shit! Wow, it looks really good. I'll tell you. In the MGO 3.5, this room, it looked really like shit, especially this carpet. You have to take my word for it, but this carpet was completely messed up. This one now looks really good. Looks really good. Look at that. Whoa. Right, let's see how it looks like. Because they Understone Keep in version, in version 3.5.5 will look really good, and I can say that this also looks pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Who are you, Two-Fold?
What the f*** happened there? What are you doing? Anyway, I mean, it looks pretty awesome, but it's just different. That looks like more black. In the previous version, looked a little bit more golden. But I think it's absolutely stunning. Let me see outside the city of Markarth. Right, look at that. Whoa. Beautiful. It looks so defined there. I feel it looks different. You know, all the writings on the stone look much more evident to me. It looks pretty cool, honestly. Yeah, I think I'll stick with this version, to be honest. Wow. Incredible. Right, so Hrotgar in the evening, let me see how it looks like. I should say it looks good. It does look good. Not bad. But I want to see during the day how it looks like. Okay. Well, I mean, it does feel worse than Ebony Higher Hrotgar, to be honest, because I think the PBR texture here were incredible. Okay, there was like luxury marble all over the place. I think, although those texture looked significantly better than this, okay, I think this is more appropriate and more lore friendly. Because this, like, we are on the mountains, guys. We're not supposed to have like luxury marble, you know. So I think this is still pretty cool. Wow! It does have another effect. I think Azurite weather is also pretty cool. I always stuck with the Nat 3 for more realistic looking, but I do like this one. I do like this one as well. Oh, look at the texture of the snow. I don't see footprint though. No footprint. Oh. There's a minus point. There's a minus point. I can see Whiterun. Wow. I don't remember it being like that before. So let me go and see inside Falkreath. Oh, look at the armor, these guys. Yeah.
It's an order.
I know it's an order, my friend. Wow. Holy shit. Oh. Honestly, Mad God Overhaul still gives me wow moments all the time. It's
Be quick about it.
absolutely stunning. And you know, performance-wise here, 90 FPS. You know, with Space Warp. But you know, it doesn't feel like I'm using Space Warp. Look at this. Look at the lighting. Oh my god, let's enter here. Can I enter? The Hall of the Dead. Right. Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm almost confused if this is real life or not. Look at this. Oh my god. You know, guys, I mean, after seeing all this, what can I say to you? I think I'm gonna stick with 3.6.1. And if you want my, you know, modest opinion, I think it's really worth to start a new game to play with this. You know, follow my little tips for performance, I think, and you are going to have a good time. Okay? Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. We are dead. Sunning out. Look at that. You know, I'm wet. The wetness effect on the armor is insane. Oh my god.